This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check safety, check safety.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Kill. Hey, turn it. Rock it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Come on, D. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Gotta do better.
Hey, exit.
Come on, DB. Come on. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Here we go.
Check 3. Check 3.
Shit.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Lockett.
Let's go, buddy.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 36 power.
They'll run it down with Pumphrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check, 59.
Check. Go. Check 24. Check 24.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Break. Go.
Hey, get in the weight room. Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Here we go again.
Throwing is Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Tighten up.
Pull it together.
Watch the safety.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it out.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Right there. 55.
Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Let's put that team on the front.
Hey, orbit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Mike 57.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 9. Here we go. Shoot.
Go.
Kill.
Now.
2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We got three. Check 15. Check 3.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Double up. Double up. Hey.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hatchet. Under 10.
Now Joe Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
44-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Hey, zoom. We got this.
2nd and 4. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's complete. It's Green here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
Come this way. Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Recon, 132 final.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. All you get is a headache.
He'll look to throw. Green brings it in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Switch.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
What? Waiting. Mike is 59. Hey, alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson. Dorsett's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now, as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Show it up.
Now they run with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check 31. Check 4.
Hit it.
On first down, Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You draw Corkers.
Kill.
2nd and 13. Finding Green complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 9.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Bernard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Back, back, back.
Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah there to make the grab. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Bullock good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down.
Watch out, watch out.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go now. 30 base.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. You go
Hard, hard.
You got tight right.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
1-3.
Now.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Wilson wants to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Hey, what's the ball? Leo. Hey, turn it up.
Check three.
Shift.
Smooth.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. You're trash. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Go.
Lee Griffin.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.